computer. Okay. All right, so gentlemen, fill us in on the type of clients that you guys are looking to get, and yeah, we'll start from the top and work our way down.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so we want to target renovations and extensions.
Yeah.
So Nicholas, we did talk about doing bathroom renovations, but we sort of are leaning more extensions and internal renovation work.
Not saying that we wouldn't do that, but more advertising just for renovations and extensions.
Yeah.
Not just bathrooms.
Yeah.
So does that also mean that if a client just wants to do a bathroom or a kitchen?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we could lead that way as well.
Yeah.
Good.
So not close off to it, but they're not our ideal client to target. But yeah, we definitely, like, if we can fit them in with our schedule for the year, then we would accept it. But we sort of worked out two to three jobs a year with a revenue of around 900,000 a year, and that's like 300,000 per job sort of deal. So maybe, if we get two jobs for the year, that's 600,000. So it's sort of that's sort of the numbers we're aiming for.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Good. So you've got a number in mind. You're sort of working your way back from, I guess, what your time, your availability, your manpower, and that type of thing, which is always useful. So I guess the next thing would be, if we're aiming towards the 300,000 mark, there's obviously a type of client that would have that type of budget. So we're probably talking a house, obviously, or a townhouse, maybe an existing dwelling that they have that sort of budget. So what would an extension look like? Would it be an extra bedroom? Obviously, there's cost associated with going into a double story. Whatever you sort of worked out would be the ideal type of client. What does the house look like? How old is it? What type of extensions would you be looking to do?
Well, James just got a new lead from like a district in Geelong called Newtown, and it's very like it's the type of area we want to be found in, and they're really lovely, aren't they? They're after like internal works, like
just refurbishment inside, freshening it up inside, and then
what are they wanting to extend?
Taking a few walls down, your kitchen, and an extension on the back, because they've got that space. They've got a 900 square meter block, so they want to extend on the back and put a couple of bedrooms, an ensuite, 2-story extension. So.
Okay, so we're talking the whole 9 yards here. So wall changes to walls. We're talking extending, adding possibly a new bedroom area, maybe makeover inside, kitchens, bathrooms. And you also mentioned double story, or
double story. It's a double story extension.
Okay, so you guys are not shy from anything by the sounds of it.
No.
We've been our dad's a builder, and now we've been carpenters and custom builders in the northeast ever since we were little. Pretty much, like
it's in our blood, if you'd say.
Good, excellent. So I guess
he's better on the tools than
he is.
I've got the softer hands for the
we're the opposite, I think. I'm not so good with the computers and things like that. That's your profession.
That's right.
I'm more on site and managing and stuff like that. But
I'll get that contract signed.
I hear. Well, Nick was straight out of uni doing concreting, and he realised pretty quickly it wasn't his.
Definitely not. I have soft hands.
That's it.
It's always good when we know our strengths and our weaknesses.
100%.
So that's good. So I guess
we have actually I met a builder in Melbourne who's got an example website that I'd like to share with you that we sort of want to try and
something similar to his setup.
Yeah, sure. I'll give
which
you
we can share
hosting
Yeah,
privileges, Caleb, and then you
Thank
can
you.
share your screen.
but yeah, great guy. He was yeah, he's doing really well. Really really doing well.
It's just a good setup as well. It's really
nice and nice and transparent as well with his just what he commits to and his values and his standards. He was I think he might have been Irish. He was hard to understand, but great guy.
Okay, so you're sharing a website of a construction business that you was pretty nifty, and
and he specializes in the renovation extension. So yeah, gutting out and then redoing it all and extending on, obviously living rooms, kitchens, and
what did you guys like about this website?
just that it sort of it has a very you know, it just shows straight up the quality of work at the front through pictures, and then as you scroll down, you see commitments. You get a good sense of, you know, his transparency and a lot of helpful information there that might just lead that prospective buyer to us. You know, I think there was and then some projects there.
Nice projects.
Yeah. And I think that's sort of, you know,
something we could do.
Yeah. So when it comes to your projects, do you have a particular taste for the type of work that you want to do, whether it's contemporary, modern, any particular types of facades, or any sort of niche or pocket that you want to hone in on, or is it just a
so I mentioned this to Nicholas. We familiar with a product called Bondor, which is
insulated panel.
It's a I'll send this Bondor panels.
How do you spell Bondor?
BONDOR.com.au. And so they're used over in Europe a lot. They're a structural insulated panel. So instead of your timber framing wall that gets insulated and then plaster, this is just a solid bit of panel. That's
well, it's got insulation.
Easy
to line inside to finish off. It's just it's a structural panel and a finished look, basically.
Okay, so this would probably you look to replace the traditional methods of timber, and this would be something you could offer your marketplace, your potential customers.
That we're proficient with this product. We've built it up in the northeast.
Two houses.
In
the northeast we've done.
So this would be like Hebel as an alternative to Hebel.
It's first.
Exactly.
Very good. Excellent.
A lot thicker, and it's pre-finished coatings.
It's got acoustic value and it's thermal value.
And the benefit of it is it's just rapid install, so we can get to lock up. Like if we had a new house, new slab, would get to lock up in 3 days with it. So it's really fast to build with. So I suppose that could be how we differentiate to the other renovation companies in the area, that we're proficient installers of this, and we can offer, you know, costing comparison between the standard build and this product if the client so chooses.
So you could possibly even target people that are looking to have a better insulation in their home. Maybe an upgrade to what they currently have.
That's right.
Just as one of the colleagues said, you can probably hit higher rating 7 stars, maybe you can reach for those type of
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so there's definitely some ways in which you can go about targeting these type of customers.
Yeah, and it's the
It
way
definitely opens
it's
the
all
doors
moving
for
at the moment as
possibility.
well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Particularly when people are looking to reduce their energy bill,
Yeah.
and they're probably putting up solar panels as well. So you could offer this as an alternative to what they're looking at. So that's great. Okay, so that's an angle. Any angles when it comes to the type of property itself, the type of finishes, or you guys are just keen and happy to explore all avenues at this stage?
All avenues, I think. I suppose like got to be experienced with all the heritage sort of style looks as well. So, and then also a lot of modern works as well. So
that house in Balaclava there, there's a lot of those in
that's
the
very
area.
common.
Very common.
So,
okay.
So
a lot of Californian bungalow.
Yeah.
So,
Bungalow top. Okay. Good. That's great. So I'll just go back to that. Nick, maybe help me clear some of your desktop. Yeah, here we go. All right. So well, that's a good start for us, because what we can see immediately is the type of clients, maybe what possible problems they have, why they've come, and started looking for a potential renovation. Because when it comes to your target audience, they're either looking for you proactively online, doing a search for home renovation companies with bungalow experience or contemporary or modern, or as we identify that they're probably looking for a higher energy rating. Maybe they've got an issue with their timber. So they're probably going to be out looking for a business like yours in different ways. So another thing that we can do here is target those people that have got a problem but are not actively looking for a solution, and one of those problems might be limited for space. So they might want to maximize their block, as you guys identified, that they're one of your potential customers has got a nice big block, and it leaves an empty space in there for you to come in and say, hey, if you've got this space, maximize. And when we start talking about maximizing, we start talking about increasing the value of your home. $300,000-$400,000 added to your home could mean that you add $700,000 or $800,000 of value. So coming in from that angle, you've got a three-bedroom home, $300,000 in your target area could potentially get you $700,000 if you put it in the market.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we try to come in from different angles, and we try to target those specifically that are looking for us, because they're always going to be a little more motivated than those that we're hoping to motivate and get the dedication based on the possible outcomes, which often work really well. So there's 2 ways which we can go about that. Number 1 is Google AdWords. Anytime someone does a search on Google, they punch in a keyword. In this case, looking for a home renovation expert in my target area in Geelong, bang, you come up number 1. And when you do so, you give people an option to come and have a chat with you guys. So once they land on a website, of course, as you've identified, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. These guys look like the real deal. I feel like if I was to give them a call, they're not being shy about displaying a number. Give us a call today. Anytime you can display a telephone and make it easy for people to look and say, hey, I'm a phone call away. That builds trust. Obviously, having these before and afters, typically in your game, the after is like selling a car, brand new car. It's your selling piece. So how are we positioned with before and afters? Do we have any projects that we can lean on and say, hey, these are the ones that we can hang on the wall and we can say that are ours, or are we starting fresh?
Well, we do, but they're not to this area. Does that matter? Like they're up in the northeast of Victoria where we've done our builds. Would you?
No.
Use it?
Unless, of course, it may matter if you have up in the north and you're dealing with something unique up in the north, like a slopey block, or maybe the type of homes down there are a little different. But I guess in a slopey block situation, it wouldn't hurt you. It would just mean that you would maybe appeal more to those people that have those certain challenges that you're able to overcome in that area.
Do you ever use images that are like, what are they called? Stock images? They don't belong to you, but you use them to sort of give that impression?
We can certainly work with stock images, and we have in many cases. The challenge when it comes to houses and sometimes bathrooms, but a little bit more with house and renovation, is that there's a very distinct difference between an Aussie home and an American home. We don't often see stock Aussie homes. Aussie homes, even the trees and our landscaping and the type of finishes are very unique to us.
I think
and our customers
we'll use our own. Yeah. But I just thought I'd ask the question because
No, but we can certainly source, especially rendered images.
Just to start off with, that's all. And we start
rendered
getting our own.
Pop up a lot, like that. These guys have got some rendered images. That's a rendered image there. And if I go back to this one here, that's a rendered image. I'd say this is a rendered image. So they've probably got a few that they sort of wash in between others. Well, actually, maybe not so much. Maybe they got a combination of real stock and real and stock. But we noticed a lot of builders will often use rendered images whenever they're promoting the houses that they're done for obvious reasons, that they probably didn't get it, didn't get the finished product, or they're trying to enhance the finish of the product. So maybe sometimes it's worth engaging an expert in generating those rendered images.
I think we could just be we have done projects in Melbourne though, haven't we? One or two. Northcote and so we could we could use maybe one or two that we could
in Melbourne. There's two or three in Melbourne we could probably use.
If you've got that those properties, maybe they're not so clean, maybe the backyard is just a little bit saturated with too much, want to clean them up, you can certainly forward them on to a rendering expert that can clean them up for you, can do that.
Okay, that's good to know.
They'll take the design and then they'll convert that into a digital image, and then they'll insert their own plants and their own finishes in the backyard just to make it a lot cleaner. And I can see, and that's just with my eye, I can see that some of these they've probably done that already.
Wow.
So you can do a bit of that. Sometimes even with another renovation company that we worked with, we had outdoor pictures, and the indoor was limited, so we did use some stock images in the indoor, and you can get that that congruency coming through. If the windows are black and then we can see the windows from inside are still black, we can be a little more convincing.
And if the new lead like asks for what jobs we've done, I mean, we're just going to be transparent and honest with them, that we've moved to this area and we're looking to start new, but we can pass on previous jobs we've done and references. You can speak to the owners that we're built for, and we could sort of attack it that way until we build up, you know, several projects that we've done in the area that we can then put on the website. Do you reckon?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think honesty is key.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you've done some work and you don't have the internals, I mean, you could definitely work with some rendered images, and you can be transparent. This is a rendered image.
Yes.
It's totally understandable.
Yeah.
Especially building that portfolio, right?
Yeah.
So as long as you're transparent about that, I think people will tend to understand. And of course, anytime you take on a new project from June onwards, it's part of your contract with them, you know, like to help us grow our business. You know, we're offering you this great service at a discounted rate. Help us by doing X, you know, by giving us a review, number one, by allowing us to take images, number two. We'll finish off the property in a better way. We'll lay some fresh grass for you. We'll all the you know, we'll go above and beyond.
Go above and beyond.
For a great product, this is going to help us in the long run. Yeah,
and we also use an online program called Co-Construct. So it's a builders management program where the client can log in and all communications done through it. So it keeps it all central. It's not like they lose an email and it's related to a spec. So if you want to have a look at, I think it's coconstruct.com. There's plenty of building management programs out there, but it's sort of once we get the 2 projects signed contracts, then we'll get that set up, and then we'll get like a logging tag.
It's very appealing to clients as well, that the clients that we've had that have used it, they think it's just fantastic that they know everything that's going on in the project and what stage it's up to and what's been completed, what hasn't. It's
and
it gives them a bit of comfort.
100%.
Absolutely. So I've seen the App House in America branch into this domain where they've got project management and also 3D conceptualization drawings of kitchens, bathrooms, and this is a great way to win projects because you can give someone a 3D rendered image of what a kitchen might look like, or a bathroom might look like, or backyard might look like. And then obviously they take it a step further, which is project management, and it allows clients to log in there and have a look at the status and any notes and any of that type of stuff. So it looks like this is a very similar project management tool, which, as you said, you know, clients love these because it keeps the finger in the pulse. They can see what's happening at all times. Now, of course, this would be an amazing thing to tell your prospective clients from the get-go. So, you know, what I see from their process, this company here, they don't, not that I can see, they probably do, online client portal. So there you go. So, so that's good. They've done obviously a similar thing.
Build a trend.
And they've got a little video there to probably demonstrate that in action. So definitely on the money there. So what about associations and corporate?
So that's we'll have the master builders, the APB member, passive house. We won't go that, but we'll probably have the certified trade. We're going to aim to get that one, and then we can also use Bondor, that logo of Bondor on there as well. And we can look at maybe master builders energy efficiency or something.
So I guess these help a lot, especially if you're A accredited, B, you've got some body to verify and validate and give you some some
credibility, authority.
Correct. A lot of
we're not cowboy builders
with mum and dads. And mum and dads are always, concerned about tradespeople and builders. So that's going to be a big factor in your market going forward, is how you convince people that you're going to be able to start and finish the project from the get-go. So I think anytime we can give us some people can give us some validations. Number one, so reviews are going to be a big one. You know, counting on maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people that you've helped go from start to finish. If you can, I know you're only starting off fresh. It'll definitely help.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if they're from the northeast. Doesn't matter about location. You can just give them.
No, I think people are just going to be looking to see that you've worked with others, and you are who you say you are.
Yeah,
which we do have a lot of
references. Yeah, good solid ones too.
Even if you've done work for family, for friends, you know, even if people can vouch for you guys as the type of people that are trustworthy.
Yeah,
worked with them before. If you've got tradies and contractors and partners, that others can stand in front of a review. Sometimes it is good enough, but a video is going to be a bit better. A video is going to be a bit better. So
work to videos.
Yeah. So I know I'm asking a bit much of you. I know it's
we're starting to sweat.
I know you're starting to sweat, but you know, we can do the rest. This is probably the hardest it's going to get for you. But if you spent a weekend to really you know, pick up on those pieces, it took you a week or 2 or a month, and you got a good solid couple of reviews, it just works so much better
more
for you in the long run.
Awesome.
The rest is pretty straightforward. We can build on that. So a couple of those pictures, a couple of those reviews, a couple of those associations, and those people to vouch that you guys are the real deal, and you'll help them go from start to finish. Preferably video or a photo. And believe us, we know how hard it is. We work very hard to try and get people to be happy with what we do, so that we can get that validation. And once we have it, you know, they last forever. They last forever. And it'll be part of your business moving forward. Believe me when I tell you that it'll be part of your business moving forward. The rest, the process, Nick's got some pretty good skill sets on how to bang up a process. What your guarantee is, we can sit down with you. And work out and nut out the freaking ask questions. And then of course about you guys. What you stand for, what you're looking to do. It's the vision for a company. If you're motivated by, in this case, the carbon neutrals angle, where you want to build more higher energy rating homes, the people going to stand behind you for that. They're either going to buy into the materials that you use, they're either going to buy into the ideas that you have, and if you bring a different flair with your design and finishes, they're either going to love you and love for what you do and want to be part of that, or they're just going to be not interested, and they just want a simple product that they just want you to smash out and get done. And if that's not the client you're looking for, then that's great, because it washes them away. It doesn't attract them. Do you know what I mean? So I need you to have a point of difference. That's what we call it marketing. So if you could start thinking about, what do we stand for? Who are we? What do we want to be known for? What is the vision for the company? And it may mean that it takes you 10 years to execute correctly, but it also helps you start building the brand.
And you got to begin with the vision, don't you, of what you want to do in business, and then set goals to actually make it happen.
Correct, because it's a noisy marketplace. There is a lot. of
Yeah.
people.
Can you make us noisy?
Yeah.
Can.
I bet you will.
Yeah, and that comes with personality as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes we're having to have clients push themselves out of the comfort zone. We were talking about a company, a well-known company back in the 90s, Francocozzo here in Brunswick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but here
No.
is a sensation, an Italian guy that just sung a song, and he made a jingle of his old brand, and how watching the documentary after years, he talked about their campaign being so successful, and then replicating it in Greek and Italian and several other languages, and it just
Wow.
right? And that was his way through business. And then we've seen it with National Tiles.
Yeah, Frank Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Frank Walker,
Frank
and it
Same ad.
just
works.
so I'm not going to ask you guys to put a clown suit on and
Yeah.
in front of a camera. I mean, if it works and it fits the
Whatever
personality,
works. Yeah.
you know, that's how you get noticed.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
That
So,
makes sense.
Yeah.
so when it comes to advertising, like what we touched on, it's really helping you get in front of that ideal customer, identifying what those key issues are, and then showcasing them how we are different and why they should choose to work with us. That's pretty much in a nutshell. And that there is salesmanship in print and marketing. If you look up the definition of marketing, you know, there's a ton of different analogies of what marketing is, but we know it to be not based on what we think. We're from the people that we look up to and the things that we've learned. It's getting that salesmanship on print, and then comes your Google, your Facebook, and everything else that comes with it. That's easy. That you'll find hundreds of people that will promise you the world when it comes to Google and optimizing all that funny business. But if you don't have that selling component, if you don't have that salesmanship on print, it doesn't really work. We go up in a marketplace where we are up against another Me Too company, and we don't get noticed. So, and of course, when you're dealing with new businesses, we need to build these things. And I think that if we can cover those few key areas, we're going to be well and truly positioned to do things right. So Nick and I, we've got a client discovery exercise. In that client discovery exercise, we sit with the two of you, and we do we walk you through a sequence of questions to help identify obviously who your customers are, what areas, what your point of differentiation is, how we can target them, what are the problems that they're looking to solve, and how we can position ourselves to solve those problems. And that from that comes your website, from that comes your selling material, from that comes your proposal, from that comes your email that people get whenever they make an inquiry. From that comes your SMSs that remind people to come in and have a chat with you. And from that obviously comes the process that you follow when you quote somebody. And that process may be, you might have noticed with the SMSs that we put together. That's ChatGPT, right? That's not us. So that's a.
I thought that was Nicola.
There is a training process that goes and is involved with doing that.
Wow.
So
frees your time up. Spend it where it needs
have,
to be, unless you need to get on the phone and talk with that person. It's really good.
We have to prompt that agent to understand what those qualifying questions are. We need to prompt that agent where he needs to taper off and ask for assistance. We need to prompt that agent on what the key issues are and how to confront them. Last time, Nicholas and I had had put together a ChatGPT agent to have a conversation through SMS with a prospective client. It was for a renovation company here in Melbourne, and he was chatting to me. So my job was to break it, right? I wanted to break the agent.
It. And how'd you go?
Yeah, so my question after 30 questions or after 20 questions, it answered everything brilliantly. And then I said, okay, I'm going to really tempt this agent. And I said, look, I love everything you're saying. I'm happy to book a consult with you. However, I'm on a budget. I want to know, can I save some money if I came in, painted the walls, and did some work around this build just to save a bit of money? And it came back to us. What did it say?
It said, we've got insurances in place. We do love the idea, but we've got insurances in place.
We're covered by insurance.
So you won't be able to do that.
That's great though. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, and that was out of scope. We didn't know what it would say, how it would say it.
You're trying to throw a curveball to it though, and
we threw a curveball to it, and it definitely did an amazing job.
Awesome.
And we can certainly show some of that, which Nicholas will probably load up some of these campaigns for you, so you can have a look. Let's maybe log in and have a look at some of these campaigns. Facebook.
Show Blaze. That's probably the closest.
Yeah. So first and foremost, for a company like yours, I would be recommending you do a bit of balance. You do a bit of Google to target those people that are out looking in your geo area. So if it's Geelong, we draw a circle around Geelong. And these people, as I said, they're looking, so they're going to be a bit more motivated. All right, and then when they come to your website and they submit an inquiry, you'll be able to see here that they come in as a lead. Right, they come in as a lead. We can set up a chat agent to engage with these people to say, hey, thank you for signing up. The guys over at XYZ can have a chat, can organize a chat. I can organize a chat with them as a consultation. Just before I do that, what's your requirement? What are you looking to do? What's your budget? By what time frame? Do you have any ideas? Do you have any plans? What stage are you at? So they're doing a bit of the chat agent's doing a bit of probing, and once the chat agent says, "Oh, great, you sound like a perfect candidate for us. Let me just book a call with the guys."
Do you structure those qualifying components? Like
yes. They're unique to you. They're unique to your business. Like if we identify that you guys are after a particular type of customer that has requirements for it to fit your ideal customer, then that's what the agent will stick to.
You can show them a prompt if you want.
That's going to save you time.
I don't. We don't get too sci-fi, but
get a few more beers for that, Nick.
I guess, do you want to give the guys a bit of background what they're looking at here and
what's
the company?
Yeah. So what you're looking at is a proprietary technology that we use, which is called our CRM. So in our CRM, what you can see on the left there is our opportunities.
So we log into this. We'll be able to log into this. And
correct. So you'll get the drivers. You'll get the keys to your platform, which will have your business name there, and it'll be configured to you to have a unique telephone number, so that it's all just coming to you. And anytime a contact is entered, it'll either come from your Facebook ads, your Google ads, or your website.
Do you do Instagram?
Connect and Instagram, correct.
Yeah,
so
cool.
as they come in, they'll just come in as a lead. We put a value to that lead, and then once the chat agent converts it into a call or a consultation, they'll get pushed over to this column. And from this column, you'll pick up the phone. They'll be booked into your calendar, so you'll know exactly who's come in, who's yet to.
He's got it. So it could be the wrong calendar.
Yeah, so we'll just request a call back, and anyway, this will be booked out to you guys, right? So so you'll know exactly what time you need to be available
to me.
Who's it assigned to? You'll know. It will send out automated emails to to both your prospect and to you.
Yeah, great.
Excuse me, email and SMS.
Yeah.
Just in case you don't check your emails. I know tradespeople don't check the emails much, so so that you can get SMSs.
See, that's good that it's connected to your phone, like your SMS. It's really good.
Yep, correct. Because a lot of guys, you'll find that they just don't go and they don't work that way. So so we've done it in that way. And you'll also see any conversation that's come in through Instagram, through Facebook, through your email, through your SMSs. So
I can see the different logos there.
Yep.
The Instagram and then Messenger.
Yeah, that's right. So that's your Messenger, that's Instagram, that's the SMS, and so on and so forth. Your Instagram.
That's really good.
So it's all compiled into the same area, and you can just go through this. And as you can see, some of these have been answered by the client.
Yeah.
Some of these have been answered by the chatbot, and it's just helping you
see what's going on and what's
just on the one page.
Yeah, just all in the one place. So
one place.
Poke around and try to manage these, because as I said, tradespeople, they've got a tool in one hand, the phone in the other, and they're just trying to juggle too much. So we just thought, let's just try and figure this out for these guys. And then you've got back to that opportunities tab, where once you've had the consult, the value changes, of course. And then if they request a quote, you can just pick it up and drag it across into the request a quote. And once you send it into the request a quote, it'll send out an automated email to say, here's the quote. If you wanted to go down that generic quote template. If it was more go on site, do a proper analysis, do your measuring, do your quote, it takes you a whole day. You go through a whole checklist of 100 things before you quote. You might send them a detailed list of the things that you're going to work on the day and make sure you're available, and then when you get there, it's a high quality lead. So then you can just requested a quote sent, quote discussion, projects won. So you've got all of those steps in the funnel there for you to like help you manage your leads. Of course we've got different sections here which we can help you with. Integrate your automatic post to go out to Facebook, to Instagram, maybe their projects that you've done, maybe their preparation for holidays, just to keep your socials alive. We haven't set that up for these guys yet, but it's definitely doable with this technology now. You guys might want to do that internally. You can do it in the system. The system will enable you to do that. There's also a campaign in there that enables you to create automatic email follow-ups. So if someone's maybe registered, send out a quote, never got back to you, you can put them into a follow-up sequence that sends out an email newsletter every month to say, hey, here's what we're working on. Get in touch with us if you're looking to pick up that conversation we had last time. And that would be a good way to re-engage cold prospects. So the sky's the limit when it comes to this software and what you can do with it. We talked about ChatGPT and the bot that we build. There's obviously a quote messenger follow-up that we get people to re-engage and say, hey, you got this quote, let's talk again. Here's how to call with us. So this will be a matter of massaging and making it suit your business, because every client's different.
That's right.
So there's
some customers will need to obviously engage a designer to have their plans drawn up, whereas others we can just if it's just internal work, it's sort of like we can go straight to a preliminary indicated costing range with them. Whereas the other customers who are wanting more complex work will have to get that designed, engineered, and then but also work with them at the early stage of giving them, indicative costs of what it's going to be, and then move to a stage of like a firm fixed price once their design's done. So I'll put together like a list of the stages, the qualifying stages that we need.
Exactly. And we don't claim to be able to completely automate your whole business, but if you can automate 30% of it, 40% of it, at least help you focus on those qualified prospects, that's going to be a good time spent.
Even just weeding out the ones who we don't want to see, like it's that bot sounds awesome.
Yeah,
it is.
It definitely is.
You engaged with us through the bot.
Is that right?
And you didn't know. So I mean, we messaged each other at night saying, because we called it Max. The bot is named Max.
Max. I was going to ask, do you have a name for him?
Yeah, you have to put a name in there because it sounds like an employee, and we write a really big prompt that we have to give ChatGPT. It's about, I think for this company, it was about 6 pages long, where you're giving it all the instructions, in scope qualifying questions, and then Sebastian and I will sit down and try and find as many out of scope questions as we can think of. We give it its personality. We give it.
I'm getting worried for you, Nick.
Yeah,
because Max is hearing you now. He's not going to be happy. That's taking its own personality. I don't know you anymore.
Don't want it to become sentient.
Max might get you.
We have an running joke here that Max is going to get the employee of the month every month. He just never stops.
I think the other thing that Sebastian probably forgot, if you go back to the opportunities, probably the most exciting thing that he didn't touch on is Hudson. They're a local Melbourne builder here. They do a bit of everything like you guys, but they wanted to focus on extensions. And they've been running this campaign for only 4 weeks, and they've got a total of 41 leads in 4 weeks. So I mean, he's now inundated with projects. So now he's in the driver's seat now. He can pick who he wants to post to. I have to work with this client for my next job type thing. He's inundated. So this is a combination of people wanting double stories, single stories, backyard extensions and stuff like that. So over the weekend, Melbourne Cup weekend, we made a few optimizations to his campaign, and he generated, I think it was 29 leads or something. You can pull that up.
What that was one of my questions we had is with the leads, what sort of like package number 1 is for 10 to 20 leads per month. What sort of is there sort of like a rule of thumb, X amount of leads will get you 1 contract out of those leads, so like a conversion?
We'll show you a template that we've sort of put together that show you those conversions. But typically, what we see is if you're really good at selling, you should be hovering around the 30 to 40% conversion rate. So if we get you 10 leads, you should be able to use 3 to 4 of those into proposals, maybe even jobs. In your case, because you're working with extensions and bigger projects, I would be saying that you'll be getting 10 leads, 3, 4 good prospects that would turn into on-site quotes. That by the 2nd and 3rd month, you're closing 1 or 2 into jobs. So the funnel is a bit longer. Whereas if you look at a bathroom client, they typically have discovery, a consultation, and then on-site quote sale. Right, so the pipeline's a lot shorter. Whereas with yours, I would say it'll be a little longer. More like these. There's more going on site quoting and then coming back with a quote and then following back up, and then
if they got to get plans drawn and documentation.
Correct. So but what you want is, and this is like a selling part of all this, is what you want a ton of those discoveries in here.
Yeah.
Right. Because that fills that pipeline, and this pipeline fills this pipeline, and this pipeline fills that pipeline.
Yeah.
Those end up filling these, right?
Yeah.
So it's that effect going up. So, you know, at the bottom here, you got a ton of leads, and then they work their way down until you end up with one. So that's what the definition of funnel is. But if you didn't have these on the front end, you couldn't get anything on the back end.
Yeah.
So a lot of businesses make the mistake of saying, "Oh, just get me this. I just want to quote. I just want to quote." And you know, you're leaving a lot on the table. Yeah. So I guess what Nicholas wanted to bring up was that this was a campaign we ran. Yeah. Like what you're going to go.
Very impressive. This is
7.
Unreal setup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty, like, that's a 7-day period there, and
1, 2, 3
Nicholas wants
there.
to flex how great his campaign was.
Concrete up.
We should, right?
I want employee of the month.
Be careful, Max is listening. You better check your bank account.
It's got to stay current. So yeah, we'll definitely be replicating that across the board with other clients because it's done so well.
And I guess the other thing to note as well is we're hooked up to all of our accounts on our mobiles too. So as Sebastian said, you'll be getting notifications every time you get inquiries or someone books a calendar consult with you, etc. But we also get that too. So we're staying constantly up to date across all of our clients. We don't just set things up and just you know, I'm logging in daily to accounts. Sebastian's logging in daily to accounts. We even you know, send reminder emails to clients sometimes to say, hey, you've got this meeting booked in, make sure, etc. So we're trying to maximize the performance of your money and get it to go a lot further than you know, what maybe some other companies are doing. So that's why we put all these measurements in place, I guess. Because
I guess what Nicholas is trying to say is that we got nothing better to do with it. Get involved with the chatbot and getting in there.
Chatbot's doing all your work, put you out of a job.
Absolutely obsessed with it because we can see the benefit of it, and anytime we can intersect and get the business to work, and it has
it's rewarding.
It's an amazing reward for us to help our clients. And you know, we've just put out a few you know, review requests, and we've gotten some feedback. So we've had some really good response from the marketplace, and you know, this goes a million miles. You know, this really does help you take things further, and we offer you this as well. We give you access to this tool so that you can then send out to your prospective to your clients, and they can give you a review and boast about how amazing you guys were. So you know,
it's all interconnected here.
Yeah, we're not just, you know, we're trying to help you build a business, sustainable business, and then of course we've got other more intel here we could sort of delve into at a later date. But this is the bulk of it, right? It's all about the generating the leads. It's all about filling up the pipeline. It's all about the requested quote to get them on site to so that you guys can quote, and then it's a matter of you guys closing those leads into long-term customers, and what you'll find with
sorry, Sebastian, just back there, is that the opportunities?
Yep.
It says 159 leads. Is that over the, like, accrued, or is that per this month?
Yeah, well, for us, this is our
this is one of our campaigns.
This is one of our campaigns, and yeah, that's what we've been able to generate from campaigns. So you know, the ones that we send out a quote to, which you know, like these guys here. We will send out a proposal. They'll open it up, and they'll be able to get a bird's eye view of what they can expect. And this is what you're likely to get after this conversation, because
we got that
specifically about
I've already sent calendars.
Yeah.
You go, Nick.
Did you or did Max?
No, that was me.
It was you or Maxie. He won't
That
know
was
who he's
me.
talking to anymore. He won't trust us.
Maxie.
I start every conversation with, "Hey, it's Nick."
So if we did package one and that was 10 to 20 leads, would we sort of expect 10 on that opportunities page? And then how does it work? Do you then do you select the one that you want and then it pushes it to the next column? Is that how it works?
Yeah, well, I guess in your case, like if you were to say for instance you were to pick a package which would qualify you for 10 leads, you'll often see 10 leads here. You definitely will see the 10 leads come in, and you'll also we'll be able to track them on your messenger, on your Facebook. So as you can see, there's a 21 there. Yours would say 10 or 15, maybe you'll say 8. I don't know. It's not like I have that ability to choose the amount. We're not at that level yet. I think in the next 3 or 4 years, what we're going to see with algorithms and ChatGPT, Facebook and Google will be able just to sell us leads, and those leads will be pretty damn good quality ones. But for now, they rely on people like us to really help businesses like you get you those level of quality of leads and stuff. So what we've done, because we're so awesome, we've built this so many times that we can put our finger on it and know roughly what it's going to be and how much it's going to cost and what the return on investment is going to be, and we are able to pump out a proposal like this and put out some potential quotes where we can do this math, right? Sort of say, okay, mate, well, if you're getting these type of leads that are worth anywhere between 15K, then you can expect to get 10 leads per month, and if you're converting 20 to 30%, that means that you're going to get a 10x on your investment. If you're getting a lead that's worth 50 to 100 grand and you're getting 10 leads per month, you're likely to get this type of return. So I get really geeky on this. I don't expect people to understand, but like for the most part, a lot of businesses can sort of say, okay, I kind of get what Splash is saying here. 60 to generate $720,000 worth of revenue per year with a $30,000 investment. That's 22 times return on my money. Okay, cool. This is a really good investment for us. So we were able to do that and sort of put it in a package and make it nice and easy. These are like entry. We would typically recommend a business that's looking to launch a business and sort of tread lightly to come on here and sort of try this one. But
the builders you saw in that other example before, they're on package 2.
Yeah. The only limitation with this one is that the type of leads that you're targeting are a little lower. They're more around the $30,000 to $40,000 type of customers. Project. Type of projects. You can sort of try this if you really wanted to, but you'll get that intel more from here, which is where we sort of start talking about the actual value of the actual client itself. So you really need to tread lightly on those ones, because for the most part you're going up against a lot of businesses that want to get what you guys have got. You know what I mean? Like that funnel that you saw that extension company or that builder have, that's worth weight in gold. Businesses paid under 10 grand to get, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 jobs. How much are you willing to pay for that? And I think a lot of businesses are willing to pay substantial amount of money. So I guess if you're looking to automate the process and you're looking to build a funnel, I reckon this is the closest thing that you're going to get to having a real tangible asset. I haven't seen any of the businesses out there sell this type of program. Particularly, I'll tell you why. Because if I can build this once and then I can on-sell the leads to companies, I can make money over and over and over and over selling those leads to companies. What ends up happening, I end up selling a lower quality lead over time, and that lead is then washed over 3 or 4 competing businesses, and that's what you end up with. High pages, you end up with all of these businesses that just on selling leads. So for us, it's about packaging this up, getting the review, building that relationship with our business, and then just putting the price up where it should be. This is me boasting now.
Yeah.
So I guess we're pretty confident in what we've got, and if you've got the right model, the right message, and the right product, and you guys are the right business, this will definitely work for you.
Of course. Yeah.
But in terms of what package I would be recommending, if I was to put my money on something, I would be looking at this one. I think because of this one, you're sort of aiming for a high end 20 leads. We've got a bit more budget to spend on Facebook, and then of course as you you can throw more at it. I would be looking at this one, because this one here it'll put more budget, or not more. It'll add budget to Google AdWords as well. So yeah, that's in a nutshell. And of course, you can look through this in a bit more detail now.
Yeah,
Got a
definitely.
bit more intel how this works.
Sounds good.
And that's that discovery call that we talked about previously. That's the Facebook ad account setup that we go and we set up for you, which there's a bit of intel that we have to give the algorithms to be able to learn about your business. We then need to build ads that we go into great depth to try and paint that picture to your target audience, or who you are, how you're different. I'm obviously showing not much information here, but can certainly we from client to client, but but that's okay. I mean,
that sounds really good.
They get a good idea that we've got some good intel here to share with them, and this alone, this CRM system alone is worth its weight in gold. So that's pretty much in a nutshell, right?
Yeah, I think the guys wanted because they wanted just to get some figures together, so they've got some costing in front of them. So I guess you'd probably want some indicative costing on website.
Website setup, and then obviously we want to have some good leads to generate, to get that 2 projects per year to start off with in the first year. So, and we're looking to sort of get up and going the start of next year. Because we want to register a business name and just set some things up. Just putting together a cost of what your services require,
we like a clean slate.
That's it.
We can sort of help on all fronts, especially with the name, and especially if it's taking shape now with who you guys are, what type of clients you want to go after, what you stand for, the visions is for the business. This helps us, go from the top and work our way down. And the top is the name, the slogan, the copy, the images, the brand itself, and obviously the website comes last, believe it or not.
Perfect.
It all has to tie
well, if you can guide us and give us the structure and the how much it's going to cost us, so we can know where we stand, we can arrange for it.
Well, we can definitely do that. I think if we can sort of put a package together for them, Nick, where we help them discover all of those pieces. Of course, we have a lot of the images in there, a lot of the copy, a lot of how we differentiate ourselves in the marketplace, as opposed to building too many pages and all that type of stuff. But I think the process is going to be key. That sitting with you guys and sort of mapping out what those stages are in the buying cycle, and then that brochure that you use to help people understand what are they going to get if they get you guys on site. What do you guys stand for? If it tells that whole story, it
some of our commitments and values to them.
Correct. You know, where the areas are that you're looking to focus on, you know, and we do a bit of that in our proposals here. We sort of paint a picture. It's not just getting leads to your email. We give you CRM. We do the email follow-ups. We set up Facebook. We do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to hear that, because it tells me that the leads that you generate for your customers are quality. They're not crazy people. I mean, sure, there's going to be some that come through, but you're committed to generating quality leads, and that's great.
Exactly, and that's key. That's key. That is absolutely key with getting this right. I've been in this game for 13 years, and Nicholas is on to his 6th year, and so he's.
Oh, sorry. We're gonna have to shoot off. Get back.
No worries.
Yeah, when you
and now we've got Max as well. And a whole back end. What you don't see is we're not developing the websites. We're doing the marketing. We're doing all the intel, and then we've got a back office team that helps us build the websites, helps us do the SEO. There's a lot of pieces to this equation. There's 13 of us in total. There's actually 5 of us in the office, and then we've got a back office that work from all over the world, believe it or not. All right, so I guess that gives us plenty to work with. We'll come back to you with the detailed quote, and then from there we can sort of map out what we do in the new year.
Yeah, exciting.
Awesome. Look, I think it was really great meeting you both. I really enjoyed the content. You guys obviously got a lot of great ideas. So let's stay in touch.
Looking forward to it.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Thanks, Max.